Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning, folks, or good afternoon from wherever you're following us from. My name is Anthony Williams, and I'm here with my colleague. And we're right here in Careysburg. And of course, as you all may know, Liberia is making some significant strides in agriculture and farming. And of course, where we are currently is the government of Liberia's Chicken Poultry, or you can call it egg production facility here in Careysburg. This giant size facility is fully automated, and as we speak, is currently under construction. But if I were to give you a figure, we're talking around 85 to 90% completed, as per what we got from the engineers who are on ground here at this government of Liberia Chicken Poultry here in Careysburg. This particular vicinity has up to 4 layer houses, and one currently as we speak, we are here at the pulley site where the chicks will be brought once they arrive in country. Behind us are huge structures where the chicks will be hosted for approximately 4 to 6 months before they will be taken to the layer houses where they will be producing eggs. And so we've got all of the details to bring you up to speed about this government of Liberia chicken poultry or egg production factory here in Careysburg. We're talking up to 2,000 eggs daily. So were you to do the math, annually, how many eggs we're talking about? I don't want to estimate, but it's going to be around 70,000 plus, or maybe 700,000 if I'm getting this right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now, this morning we want to walk you guys through and show you all of the facility here at this complex. This is a giant size complex or production facility, but fully automated, and the construction works are still ongoing. But according to the engineers, they are around 85 to 90% complete or completed as it relates to the construction of this facility. So we want to start from one of the pulley sites where the chicks will be brought. In fact, this entire location that you're looking at behind me is the pulley site, or the storage facility where the chicks will be brought to be maybe groomed until they can get mature before they can be taken to the layer houses where they will be laying eggs. So my colleague Aison Yeba and I, including our colleague Damara Fufana, were here a few months back. In fact, precisely the construction of this particular project started in November of 2024, and as we speak, it has gone, they've done some very massive work as we speak. So Aison Yeba and I and Damara Fufana will go through this particular facility and show you every single unit, from one unit to the other. This particular facility has 3 layer houses, and each of these layer houses will be hosting up to 85,000 chickens, if you may name it that way, and they will be laying eggs, up to 2,000 eggs daily. Annually, you can do the estimate. So right away, we just want to go into this particular pulley house, and then we can walk you through and also show you. I also want to bring you up to speed as to what this facility will not only be producing eggs, but will also be producing fertilizers, because the engineers here will be making use of the manure from the chickens and then be converting them to fertilizers, and these fertilizers will be infused into Liberia's farming ecosystem. So there are facilities for fertilizer production also being built here on site, apart from the egg production. But let's go quickly into the facility where the chicks will be raised before they can be taken to the layer house. My colleague Aison Yeba will be the one walking you through, while I will be coming in gradually as we go about this tour. So this is going to be quite a long tour. We want you to stick and stay with us wherever you're watching and following us from. Leave your comments in the comment section, share this broadcast, and also if you are home watching from a television set, you can watch us on Satcom and on LNTV also. So let's go quickly into the facility. Aison, just bring the folks up to speed as we walk in.
So thank you very much, Anthony Williams.
Yes,
and
let's start
from this point, this is where, when you arrive here, you have to pass through this system, especially for vehicles coming in, and the vehicle will have to be disinfested from this point.
Okay.
And so if you take a critical look here, these are all pumps. If you look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the number is up there. So once the vehicle arrives here, it's going to be disinfested, and then if you may wash completely. But then if you are like me, where you want to walk through, unlike the other side, this is going to be a pathway for you to move in here, and then you have to come here, and then you have a PPE station here, dress up in the PPE, and then you are disinfested from this angle, and then you have to go back to enter. So from this comes after here, you then move in, and there is 2 giant size machines, diesel, that will be used for this facility. Just from this angle, a transformer from the Liberia Electricity Corporation, the LEC, several of them are already here, and they will soon be erected. But this machine, or these machines, will serve as a backup to the already current coming from the LEC from this angle.
So these are giant size machines.
Giant size.
That will serve as backups.
Yes. So, and if you look here, these are storage tanks for the generator, where you have reserve fuel in here for the generator.
Okay.
But then this is the pulley, one of many pulley houses, so to speak. But here specifically, will host the chicks. So once the chicks are brought in country, they are going to be hosted here for approximately 4 months. And once they are mature, they will be taken to the layer house, where they will be ready for the laying of eggs.
Okay. So as per the description of this particular pulley house, what we are in, this is fully automated, according to the engineers, who will obviously not come on camera to talk to us. It's quite dark somewhere ahead of us, but if you look closely, you will notice that these are high quality technology that have been, installed in here by these engineers. There's a light somewhere there. 1 second. No, here. 1 second. Let me turn that on quickly. Very good. Great. So we've got lights now. So just walk in between here. But quickly, before you go, just kindly focus here, right here, quickly. So if you look closely, this right here. Great. So awesome. So we were experiencing some network issue because of the location. So I was saying that in here there will not be probably the laying of eggs, because this particular pulley site is purposely meant to raise the young chicks that will be brought, that will be eventually taken to the layer houses. So in here, all right, so but maybe let's just show you in there a little bit. So maybe probably you can just stay here and focus there while I stand here. So unfortunately, guys, we're having some constraints with the internet because of the way this place is fully automated, and according to the engineers who we couldn't speak to for some reasons, they made it clear to us that these facilities are built to ensure less human interaction. So there's lots of technology in here that will make sure that there will not be the presence of humans, because of what they call biosecurity, to make sure the chicks are safe and probably from being handled or handheld by people. So the technology that's in here will ensure that even the feeds will come in here without human intervention. They've built conveyor belts, they've built pipes that will slide feeds in here for these for the chicks that will be brought here in this pulley house for around a period of 4 to 6 months, until they can get mature, before they can be taken to the layer houses. 3 of them, in fact, 3 giant size layer houses where they will be laying eggs. And also there's also another giant size packing house that is so automated and digitized that there will not be much of physical human intervention, because the technology that's in there, the machines that are in there, will make sure the eggs can be packed using cranes, the smaller cranes and machines in production sites that you usually see, that will pack all of the eggs, and it will be void of human intervention. In fact, when we spoke to the engineer, he made it clear to us that the machines in there are built to pack the eggs and even put them in the crates or in cartons, and the only time you will have people handling them will be probably when it comes to making sure that they are placed in trucks for export or for market use. But where we are currently is in fact a giant sized poultry house where the chicks will be brought and then where they will be raised and then eventually be taken to the layer houses where they will be laying eggs. So we'll now probably just show the camera around, because of the way the structure is built, the network is kind of tripping, so we don't want to go further. But if you can just show the camera right here a little closer and show the folks who are watching, see the length of this particular poultry house and how many chicks. We're talking over 85,000 of them, and they will be brought in here and eventually raised and taken to the layer house where they will be laying eggs. Now, Aizen, I mean, this is, like I said earlier, an impressive estimated output of over 200,000 eggs per day, which will obviously position Liberia to significantly reduce egg imports and also ensure national food security here in country. In addition to production, like I said, this facility includes a composite site. Come to think of, the composite site is that portion that processes poultry and manure into organic fertilizer, and also supporting Liberia's broader farming ecosystem. So we'll now go out and start showing other parts of the facility. Just from showing you the interior of this poultry house to give you an understanding of the magnitude of production that's going to take place in here. So according to the engineer, they only have one poultry house for now that will be hosting the chicks when they are brought in country. They currently do not have chicks in country now because construction is still ongoing. There are also ventilators attached to this building. If you look closely right here, giant size ventilators, and also there are additional warehouses attached to the building. So, but it's actually raining currently, so maybe we can just make our way right here beneath the right here on this balcony. So while we kind of wait the rain to slow down a little bit, we are sorry that the rain wants to disappoint us on this broadcast, guys. Quite unfortunate. But again, we just want to walk you through, my colleague Aizen and I. So probably we can just give the folks some details while we are wait the rain to slow down, and then we can go through the other portion of the poultry. This is a giant size facility, guys, and we are hoping the rain doesn't disappoint all of us, because we want to show you every portion of this particular facility. And so while we are wait the rain to slow down a little bit, Aizen, you can walk the folks through with some details.
Yes, so firstly, you want to get an understanding about the total land space, and this place it sits on about 50 acres of land. It's a very huge facility, and once fully operational, it's expected that this place will produce over 200,000 eggs per day, like you mentioned. And it's also expected that this place will support feed production and other upstream inputs locally, which have been challenges for existing poultry farmers. But then, this is a government project. The total cost of this project is about 26 million United States dollars, funded via loans. One major component is an export credit facility with Bank Lumi, Israel, and that bank is in Israel. The BM of roughly 21.56 million plus a down payment facility about 4.52 million in euros. But yes, if you just take a critical look at this facility, you want to assume that, well, this is the entire structure we are discussing, but this is the least portion of the entire facility. But in terms of the nature of this place, this is the birth area of the entire poultry. So we thought it was to give you an understanding about where it all going to start from. This is where the chicks. So yes, it's where the chicks will be raised for about 4 months, and after a year, you're going to have them go into the broader area where you have 3 layer houses and then 1 storage facility. So, like you heard from the folks here, they are trying their best to see how best they can have less with the public in terms of in-person, because majority of the equipment that are to be used here, they are going to be doing the job of the person who's supposed to be there in person, because you don't want people going to the poultry facility and then coming in contact with the chicks. This is going to serve as a way to prevent diseases coming in contact with the chicks. So technology wise, you're going to have machines doing almost 60 to 70% of the jobs. Unlike the ordinary area where you take 1 month to produce a manure, here you're going to have just a single day, 24 hours to turn the chicken manure into fertilizers. So as we move further, we will give you a broader picture of how this entire facility is like. And this is the AgroTop poultry situated in the Careysburg area.
Sure. So speaking of AgroTop is the company that's undertaking the construction of this project, and the engineers we spoke to, a lot of them are from Turkey. In fact, the head engineer is a Turkish guy, and he guaranteed us that in fact, the only reason, according to him, they're having some hitches in the completion of this project is because of the rainy season. Now, according to him, once we hit the dry season, in the next 2 to 3 months, they will obviously come to the concluding stages of this project. So we just left the storage house, or the poly house, where the chicks will be raised. Now we want to take you to the actual facility itself. There's a vehicle waiting for us, so we want to board that quickly, guys. So yes, Aizen, probably you go to the front since you have the camera, the both of you, and I'm going to board the vehicle myself. So here we are. We've already boarded the vehicle, and so yes, guys, so we have a chauffeur here who is doing us a great job. He's going to drive us through the facility. He also do work here. So so yes, we can go now. Thank you very much for picking us up. So we're going to drive through the facility. Let's not wait for just one person quickly while we drive through. And as we speak, there's massive construction work. Every corner of this facility you go, you see let's go, there is cement, there are crushed rocks, there are steel rods lying here and there. There are machines digging, and engineers are all over the place. The last time we were here, we saw massive, road works also ongoing. We saw backfilling, all of the groundworks were ongoing. But currently, all of these warehouses were still at their foundational levels. The layer houses were still at their foundational level. But as we speak now, they are currently up. All of them are up. And in the next 3 to 4 months, according to the engineers, we will have this particular facility officially or formally dedicated for use. So we're now driving to the location where we have the actual portrait itself. Maybe just stop Yes, we'll now go into the facility where we have the actual poultry itself, and since the area itself is not completed yet, so the roads are a little muddy, but we're going to take our time easily and drive there. According to the engineer, during the construction of this particular facility, this entire plot of land that this place cover was actually an entire hilltop, and they had to gradually bring it down and make sure it was brought down to ground zero. If you look closely ahead of us, there are giant sized rocks. If you can just zoom in a little bit, you will see those giant sized rocks were used to fill in, the land and make sure this particular facility can be built on a reasonable portion of land. Just somewhere ahead of us there. If you're looking at the rocks, the way they've built them, some proper engineering to prevent sliding, because the structures themselves are built on hilltop. If you can see the structures from here, if you just look at the camera from there, those are the layer houses on top, from where we're driving from. 3 of them, giant size layer houses, and then we also have one parking room or parking site, if you can call it, where the yes, just zoom out a little bit. We've got one parking house where the eggs will be packed after they have been hatched by the chicks or the chickens here in the facility. The entire facility is also fully fenced for security purpose, and yes, just any moment from now we'll make our way into the compound, and then we can start showing you the facility. In the comment section, someone has an issue, but it's actually not 2,000 eggs. We're talking 200,000. Yes, that's the actual figure right there. So we're going to make our way into the compound. This is the compound where the actual layer houses are, and it's been fenced with these wires. And so we're going to just drive to the main entry itself, and then this is the back entry from where we're driving from. So once you come from the poultry house where the chicks will be kept, after 4 to 6 months they will be brought here and be placed into the cages here that are in the layer house, and then that's where they will be hatching the eggs and producing up to 200,000 eggs daily. That's a significant amount of egg to help Liberia get rid of the importation of eggs. Across the country, there are other, poultry facilities that are being built across Liberia, and then this one is quite closer to, the capital, the urban place, and so obviously these eggs will go on Liberian markets, at least for now, and until we can get to a very reasonable area where we might also want to get into the exploitation of eggs as a country to contribute greatly to Liberia's agricultural ecosystem. But we are already here in the facility. We're going to go to the main entry, which also has the same technology that will have to make sure individuals and vehicles entering the facility can be disinfested before they can access the layer houses where the chickens are. But the facilities have been built and fully enclosed to avoid maybe unnecessary air entering there, so that the chicks do not get affected. This facility on this side also have 3 giant size generators for backup power, apart from the actual LEC current that is being brought here to power the facility. So we are already here at the entry. If you can look, Eisen, just drive a little further so we can use the back so we don't get in the mud. Yes, and then you can back up a little bit. Just back up a little bit. Back up a little bit. All right, great. So Eisen, we're trying to make our way there. It's quite muddy here because it's kind of quite rain. It's rainy today. Not anyway. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yes.
So just recently, the government of Liberia reduced the price of egg on the market from 60 to 50, and it's coming at a point where in the government of Liberia is trying to reduce the issue of dependency on the imports, especially when it comes to eggs and poultry products. So yes, this is going to boost food security and improve the local chain supply. But yes, this is the entry to the main facility.
Sure. So definitely, Aison.
Yes.
It looks just like earlier when we were at the pulley house. If you look here, they also have similar pumps that that we were showing you guys. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I mean several of them that are here. And so once the vehicle drives in, the machine will pump probably the whatever science is being used here or technology is being used here to disinfect individuals or vehicles that walk through here to go into the poultry or into the layer houses. But since they are not functional now, we will not get disinfected. We will just go in there. So there is a giant size transformer right here, right before us. It has not been installed yet to its actual location, but this is one of the transformers that has been brought to power this place. So let's make our way quickly to this side of the facility. Right here there is a giant size storage tank. There is this giant size storage tank or reservoir, if you may call it that way. And then also right here on our right hand side, there are these giant size generator rooms. 3 of them or 2 from where we're looking ahead of us have already been installed, and the transformers are also being installed, as you can see in here. Several panel boxes. Can you come closer a little bit, please? So 2 giant size transformers already in here in this room that are being installed. And if you look closely there, there are several electrical configuration taking place right here in this room. So these rooms will power this facility, but according to the engineer, this particular power station is for backup power only, and LEC will be powering this entire facility. So there are also these giant size generators right here, as you can see, 2 of them, giant size generators right here. There's one there, there's another one there, and so basically this is for electricity. Now right here, right before us, if you come closer, right here, if you look behind, this is the packing house. According to the engineers, this is where the eggs will be packed. Once they leave the layer house, this is where they will be brought. Now we don't know if this place is open for us to access it, but it's closed right now, so we can just focus here. Well, we can't come in here, but this is the entry to the packing house. This is where the eggs will be stored and packed, and then this is where they will be taken to be brought maybe on the market or for export or for whatever purpose. But this is a giant size warehouse. The engineer has gone to get us the keys. We'll see if we can go in there, but this is the entry and it's kind of locked. But this is a technology that's going to ensure that the eggs this is the technology that's going to ensure that the eggs can go into the packing house. If you look closely, this conveyor belt is closed. It's enclosed, and there's no there's no opening at all. So it means right there behind you, Aizen, is one of the layer houses, and inside there is where the eggs will be laid or hatched, and they will slide here on this conveyor belt and slide directly into the packing house. Now in here in this packing house, there's technology there fully automated to make sure that nobody touches the eggs. According to the engineer, in fact, there's technology in there to determine 40 eggs or which ones are qualified to be packed, and that is going to be void of human intervention. We'll make our way in there once the key comes, but let's take you around and show you what the size of these layer houses look like. If you just show the camera in between here and see between these 2 buildings, this one right here is the the packing house, and also on our right hand side is the layer house. Now attached to it, if you see, there is a little small stretch out. The room right there is where the manure will be kept, as the technology in there has made it in a way that all of the waste or the manure from the chickens will be packaged in one separate room and then later slide into a location or a warehouse where they will be stored and converted into fertilizers. So unfortunately, the rain is actually not giving us chance to do more, but we will try our possible best to go around the building and show you within the layer houses. So maybe we can just walk our way through somewhere around and see if we...
Talking about how this place is going to carry out the issue of disinfesting some of the folks that will come here. If you take a critical look here, now you want to pan the camera here. Just once you arrive here and you have this, you can stay a little bit far. So once you have this and you see, now you have the water released from that point to have whatever that may seem to be a threat to go in here. It can be disinfested from that point and also come in here. But it's really out here, folks, and we are going to be very mindful of the equipment that we are using. But yes, if we can have the folks bring in the key so that we can go in here to give you a glance of.
In case we don't go in there, we can make our way around and then make our way into the layer house.
Yes, so, sure. So there you have the folks from the Liberia Electricity Corporation, and they are already having the connection of the power line to this poultry facility. Poles are being planted.
So Aizen, I was speaking earlier about the conveyor belts that are used to transfer the eggs into the packing room. I'm going to stand right beneath here, one of them, and just show you what it looks like. So we have 3 of these layer houses, and this is the second one right here, right by us. We saw the previous one, and then there's another one right here. So all of these layer houses are connected by these conveyor belts, and each of them will take the eggs and fly them towards the packing room or the packing house. So it's not like a manual system where you'll be taking one carton of egg or one crate or whatever it might be measured in to take it to the packing room. No, it's all fully automated in a way that once the eggs are available and the layer house manager determines that it's time now for us to transfer the eggs to the packing house, this particular conveyor belt that you see will be the one that will slide all of the eggs into the packing room with less human intervention. Probably supervision by humans will be done, of course, as per the technology. But this is the conveyor belt that's going to transfer the eggs to the packing room. So each of these layer houses has this conveyor belt connected to it. So they are interconnected, and all of the eggs will go through the same very conveyor belt, and they will all go to the packing house. So we're trying to make sure we make our way into just one of these layer houses, because they all have the same identical design, the same technology in them, the same system. So we'll find one of them and go in there and show you everything. But we've been told now that the packing house is available for us to go into, so let's run there quickly. Though it's kind of wet out here, it's rainy, but we want to make sure we can make our way in there just to show you how or what it looks like in there quickly. Let's just double our steps for you guys. Eisen, with the size and this magnitude of production, obviously, like I keep saying, this will obviously contribute greatly to the economy, of course, and also it shows the level of readiness when it comes to contributing to agriculture in Liberia. So now this is the packing house. It's quite empty for now, but speaking of the conveyor belts that we were kind of demonstrating to you, if you look right here at this opening, this is where it comes from. It comes from out, and so once the eggs come from out here, they will slide through here, and then they will slide through here and come here into this packing room. But we just wanted to show you the size of the room, what it looks like. So imagine the length, imagine the width and size of this particular facility, and imagine how many eggs can be kept in here. 200,000 eggs a day is quite massive, and in here these eggs will be packed, and once this conveyor belt makes them available here into this particular room. Now, according to the engineer, there are not going to be physical, or there are not going to be individuals in here, except maybe for a few of them for supervision. But according to the engineer, everything in here is going to be automated, and all of the eggs will be packed in here, automatically slide on various conveyor belts, and then they will be packed and packaged for maybe to be taken on the local market.
So if you take a closer look here, and this is where they are going to be controlled from.
Yeah.
If you look here, you see this place is air collection.
Yeah.
This is one. You want to zoom in a little bit.
Yeah, or just come a little
Yes.
closer.
This is air collection, and here is the layer house number 1. So, for instance, if you want the eggs from layer house 1 to be brought in here, you're going to control it from this point,
Yes,
where it says layer house number 1. So it's only requesting the eggs from layer house number 1 to come in, and here is 2, layer house number 2, and the same applies to layer house number 3. So
Because we only have
three
layer
houses here.
Yeah.
So this is
It's quite massive.
a massive one,
Yeah.
and you'll be amazed to see how this place is going to be run, void of too much human interaction or intervention, if you may.
All right, so I guess we can make our way now into, is any of the layer houses open? I think so, from the back over there, somewhere from the back. So we're going to make our way into one of the layer houses. We know it's wet out here and it's raining. So let's see now if we can maybe slide between here, and then we can go to that one. This way looks okay. Which way? Okay, so let's see if we can make our way to one of the layer houses quickly, guys. It's raining, but again, we want to make sure we show you what this facility looks like. Earlier, we were in the pulley house where the chicks will be taken, and in there the same technology applies to the layer house. The same very way the pulley houses are built is the same very way the layer houses are built. Maybe you can come to the front so you show. Yes, definitely. So as we move on, we were here earlier. This is the conveyor belt. If you can just show in between there. Can we go that way? Yeah. So we're going to just walk in between here quickly. Here on the side. So we're going to walk on the side. It's wet out here, of course, but we're going to walk on the side and show you, but see the magnitude or the size of these facilities, how huge and large they are. It gives you an idea of what we are talking about when we speak about the the value of production, or the size of production. Now go ahead. So now right here, this room right here that we were talking about, if you look right here, this is one of the facilities that's going to be storing the manure from the chickens, and in here they will slide through another conveyor belt, but it's built in a way that is beneath the floor, and the manure will slide into the storage tank where they will be stored and eventually converted to organic fertilizer that will also be infused into the agricultural the farming ecosystem, or maybe given to local farmers, or government can make use as us for farming purposes. But let's walk ahead and see if we can make our way into one of these layer houses, so we show you what they look like. But if you're looking from outside, you can tell the length of these layer houses. It tells you, when we mention how many chickens this facility is going to be hosting and how many eggs, over 200,000 eggs, and with a facility of this size, it's obvious, yes, one can draw a conclusion to say that, yes, this is actually massive, and the government of Liberia means well when it comes to its decision in supporting agriculture. Aizon, you made it clear as it relates to the reduction of the prices in egg. If someone who meets well for something will obviously act directly, and this, by building a facility of this nature, tells you, yes, the government of Liberia means well when it means, or when it says it wants the price of eggs to come down, because in a way the government is also going to contribute to egg production, and is going to contribute to the availability of egg. So once you tell me to reduce the price of my egg, I mean, it's a challenge to you as an importer, because don't forget, myself, I'm producing the commodity. I know you can be the buyer and the seller at the same time, but again, this is obviously worth it. For those of you who are watching, please leave your thoughts in the comment section. We are just giving our analysis and thoughts on this issue, and not necessarily. Yes, thank you very much. So this fellow has already opened the layer house for us, and then if you just show the camera to the ventilation. Yes, let's just make our way in there quickly, but let's show the ventilation system before we go. Let's show the ventilation system right here quickly before we go to the particular production site. 1 second, Dave. 1 second. Wow. Here, go ahead.
So come to imagine where, in fact, the government have already reduced the price of egg on the market from 60 to 50, and then with the coming in of this.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so folks, sorry for the technical glitches, but yes, like I was saying, the eggs that are going to be produced here are going to be organic ones, owing to the fact that, with no disrespect to some of our partners who over the year been bringing in eggs in country, this one is going to come directly from the poultry straight into your home, and this is another way of kind of giving Liberians a very healthy and organic eggs.
Let's talk about the ventilation in here. If you look at this giant size fans that are right here outside, right at the back of this particular about very good. So these are very huge, giant size fans. Now we are currently into the layer room, and all of these layer rooms are all the same in terms of design. So if you just focus the camera right here and look at the length of or the size of this particular room, it tells you how huge this place is. Let's see if we can walk through if the internet permits. But let's talk about the feeders right here from the beginning quickly. This is just go and then look back. This is one of the feeders right here. This is where the feeds will be placed. Can you hold this for me quickly? This is where the feeds will be placed, and then they will be dispersed into these conveyor belts right here, because the chicks themselves will be in these baskets that you're looking at right here, and they'll feed from within this conveyor belt. Also, right here on this white conveyor belt right below here is where the eggs will be placed or will be hatched, and they will all be rolling on this white conveyor belt. and eventually taken to the previous conveyor belt that we saw that will be sliding the eggs into the storage room or the warehouse. But we're just walking through in between this giant sized layer house to show you the length of this particular facility. Just look ahead of you and see. Here, according to the engineer, is built to make sure that there is less human interaction, according to him, for what they call biosafety or biosecurity, to ensure that the chicks are safe. And also, there are also treatment facilities built here. Now, back on. Great. Now, so there are 5 segments of this particular layer house. We apologize for the break-in, guys, the internet, because of the way the structure is built. But there are 5 segments of this layer house. This is one right here. There's another one here. There's another one there. So 5 of them will be hosting the birds. And in here, and this is where they will be making the eggs or hatching the eggs, and then eventually, once the eggs are mature for packaging, they will be taken to the packing room, where the packing will also be taking place. Void of the part where he's mentioning, or where he mentioned that this production, a lot of it is going to be void of too much human interaction, because they've made this place fully automated to ensure that everything can happen in less than 24 hours once it's time for production. Even with the production of the organic fertilizer, according to him, that would take quite a long time in other places to make sure fertilizer is produced. But according to him, here on this site, it's going to take like 24 hours. In 24 hours time, they're going to have organic fertilizer for disbursement. So that's quite a lot. But this is what the layer room looks like. Giant size, obviously. And unfortunately, since we can't go deep or through, we're just trying to walk through to show you what it looks like. But this is massive, this is huge, and this is going to produce 200,000 eggs here. Each of them, imagine 3 layer rooms, 200,000 eggs, and you do the math. That's huge. So, folks, for those of you watching, we want to encourage you to stick and stay with us. We have tried to show several components of this particular facility, including the pulley houses, and we also have 3 layer houses where the egg production is going to take place. I mean, we're talking an impressive output of 200,000 eggs per day, which positions Liberia to significantly reduce egg imports and ensure national food security. And there are also feed cart and collection belts that will aid, automated feeding and egg collection. Like we were showing you, these food carts will be the ones that will ensure automated egg collection. And then for biosecurity, the baby chicks are being kept in isolated conditions for around 4 months, in ensuring their healthy stock development before integration. This is a full-scale operation inside, and this particular poultry project is a cornerstone of Liberia's push towards agricultural industrialization and food independence. So, I mean, I think this video was worth watching for those of you who have been watching. So we'll now make our way out quickly. Quiet. Yeah. All right, folks. So we are out from the. Can we just show the back here quickly? So let's just come right behind here quickly. Take your own time. One leg in here and here. All right, so maybe right here if you can show the camera. Now, when we mentioned the manure will be used for fertilizer. So if you look right in here, I know this belt is still being worked on, but this is a conveyor belt coming from beneath the layer house, where the manure will be taken from and slide into the storage right beneath there. If you look right beneath there, that's where the manure will be kept in there, and eventually it will be converted to fertilizer. So that's obvious. obvious. So also, if you can come behind here at the back, there are these food carts that are being built. That's one of them right over there, and in there, that's where the feeds will be kept. That one is still under construction. There are several of them that have been erected already, if you look closely. But this is the exterior of the production site. If you look closely, the folks are still working. These are the ventilations, but let's look out there. You still see machines. The folks are still working, making sure that this facility can be completed within the stipulated time according to the engineers in the next 3 to 4 months. These are all conveyor belts that are still being put together. They are yet to be installed, but they are still on the floor, and very soon they will be installed. And each of these layer houses have got similar ventilations behind them. If you look closely ahead of you, I mean, they all look literally the same. So all of these facilities, these 3 layer houses are all the same, and we just thought to show you. Now, if you kindly bring your camera right in here quickly and look in here, this is where the minute will be stored. If you look there, that is the end of the conveyor belt, and once they slide from in the layer house, they'll slide right in here into this particular storage tank, and this is where the production, this is where they will be taken from or eventually converted into fertilizer for production. So thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate it. You can still also keep following us. I mean, basically that would do it for this broadcast, I guess. But this is the outside of this particular facility, and it's been quite some months now since the construction started, since November of 2024. We're talking approximately a year now. Next month it will obviously make it one precise year for the construction of this particular facility. So yes, these are some of the materials. These are conveyor belts that are still being worked on, and we want to also talk about this giant size ventilation system that are behind us, obviously, and each of the layer houses has got similar design. They're all designed in the same fashion. So folks, for those of you who've been watching us, it's wet out here and we can't take all day to do this, but we'd like to say thank you for your patience, for sticking with us. We're here at the Government of Liberia Chicken Poultry here in Careysburg, and this project started since November of last year and it's still under construction, but the engineers told us they've got like 3 to 4 months. Once the dry season comes, they're going to bring this to an end. So my colleague Aizon will do the outro and we will say thanks for watching.
So this facility sits on the 50 acre of land, and is about 26 million United States dollar project, and this is 100% a Government of Liberia owned facility. Yes, so folks, once completed, this place will operate or produce over 200,000 eggs a day. Come to imagine where you having 200,000 eggs per day and times it by 1 week and then a month. You're going to be having huge quantity of organic eggs on the market, and not just that, but you're also going to have organic fertilizers to help farmers who are not involved into poultry or not with this poultry facility, but they have their private stuff. So it's really out here, and folks, we want to say this is how we will bring this broadcast to a closure. My name is Ayesiniba and my colleague
Anthony Williams, and
thanks to Damoa Fufana, who has been behind camera, and to our chauffeur, the man Afre, who brought us all the way here in Careysburg District, Montserrado County. It's bye bye from my end, and thanks for watching.